Hello.
Hi, honey. Look what is, girls. Have a seat.
I don't know where to go.
Anywhere.
Anywhere will do.
Yes, anywhere will do.
It's beautiful.
Thank you, honey. It's been a long time coming.
One of many.
We've started over on this one a few times.
We've been waiting for yours.
How long?
As long as you could imagine.
That's right.
Since the beginning.
We've started over 4 times.
The pattern wasn't working out quite right.
My fingers were hurting.
Yes, and my memory was fading, but my fingers still worked.
Sure did, and still do.
Mine aren't quite what I want them to be, but I still piece to pass the time.
Pass the time.
Pass the time, yes.
Every clumsy stitch.
Every shape, every shade.
We never toss it out.
Never. Just rearrange.
What we've begun just reaches and grows.
I'd love to try.
You can try, but trying is doing. Have a seat.
Now, look here. My stitches used to be so large, but the more I sat and sewed, the better I could see, so I could keep going.
I don't know how to start.
Just start with a line, and we will go from there.
There are so many.
We know.
We have them everywhere.
Even on our faces.
Our hands.
Bellies.
They built our songs.
You'll learn to love the many lines.
Start in through the top and out from behind.
In
And out.
That's right. Go ahead.
It looks so heavy. Who could lift it?
It's endless.
Endless.
full of time.
And care.
Yes, time and care.
Gives you time to think, you know?
My first quilt was my wedding quilt. Blues, greens, and whites. On our bed our first night. Buried it with him when he died.
And you started over.
You started over, and with a new pattern.
You sure did.
I spilled jam on mine. Never could get it out. Scrubbed it so hard I broke a whole row of stitches. The color was gone. Mom wasn't too happy.
No, ma'am.
Serves you right for eating toast in bed.
It went with me everywhere. Poor thing turned gray. Cat paws, grass stains, dirt, sweat. The whole thing collected the world around me.
My sister and I pieced mine. I wish I knew where she was.
She's here.
She's here.
She is here.
I dropped a cigarette on it. Burnt right through.
What did you do?
You can patch it.
It's easy. You get to try that spot again.
My grandma made me a wedding quilt. It's over now. It's hard to look at, but I don't want to get rid of it.
It's part of the story.
Add it to the other ones.
We made one for the baby.
We did.
Yes, for the baby.
I still have it.
I know you do.
I built a block every month he was in prison. It sure didn't go quick. Had a whole queen quilt in the end. Folded it up and put it away.
It kept you breathing.
Kept you breathing.
Kept you alive that day.
You've gotten pretty good at it.
Quilting.
And breathing.
I'd like her to have one. I want to learn.
You already know how.
It's gonna be rough.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
But you were going to build it anyway.
You are going to build it anyway.
Quilting is patience, failing, and piecing back together.
We watch.
We learn.
We give our time at the edges to daughters who aren't our own.
They watch what we do.
Makes daughters of us all.
And mothers.
Mothers of us all.
I don't think I can go through this again.
She did.
I did.
Twice.
I never could. My body wouldn't let me.
So she shares mine.
And mine.
I chose to mother in other ways.
And you are here.
I am here.
And I sew.
And you pick up a between and you push it through.
With a thimble on your thumb.
And you push through.
And you pull on purpose.
In purpose.
Bring it back up on purpose.
And with purpose.
You will see what you've done.
And you'll feel purpose.
We create when we can't any other way.
When our heads are hurting.
Our hearts.
When our wounds are hurting.
I don't know how to heal any other way.
Create is what you can do.
And with what little you have.
Even the little you have.
You can make this new.
I don't know how to leave this grief behind.
Then don't.
We can use it.
All of the pieces.
Even the scraps.
They are yours. Precious pieces.
That we shouldn't throw away.
And you will find new ones.
Cut new ones from your old shirts.
And set them right beside those dark ones.
And enjoy their light.
You must put yourself between your grief and your hope and quilt them together. The prints need the solids. Dark with the light.
Watch blocks of color sprawl across your lap.
And flow down to your feet.
Another woman will lift and follow.
Teach her how to piece herself back together.
Where am I supposed to start?
There.
Or there.
Or there.
Between here and there.
I'm carrying too much. It will crush her. I don't have the strength in me to do this. My mind is so dark.
You must.
You must.
You must.
You are here.
There is a life inside of you.
And there is life in you still.
It's time. Go on.
Here we are, at the beginning of the thread. I keep having to start again, over and over. I stitch and then notice the crooked line and rip out the thread. Again, I send the needle through and pull it out, lose the needle. Again, I send it through and through and through and through. My thumbs raw from the eye, refusing the thimble, and I keep losing the thread. My grandma tried to teach me how to sew. Her knuckles sharp, but her pale, freckled skin was soft. I can feel her breath over my shoulder, steady and heavy, as I hold my foot to the pedal and cut the tails. The carpeting was mustard yellow and gray, crushed under her tailored pant legs. Her glasses glowed in the lamplight. Pressing the felt pieces down, spreading them out with her fingertips. Her proud smile when we turned the pillowcase inside out and began to stuff. I feel her joy in that echo, not at what we had done, but at what she had shared with me. I'm really bad at sewing. I'm not orderly, nor precise. I write, I spill and sing. I seem to enjoy disorderly, emotional things. But I want to know how to sew so I can understand her, retrace her cuts and colors. I have her bags of leftovers. I imagine myself placing them like dried flower petals in patterns on the floor, bigger and bigger until I felt small in their presence. She said she learned when she was in her 40s. Bored, saw a how-to, and off she went. She'd been a mother and a wife, daughter, sister, grandmother. What was left to do but sew? The machine has heard her thoughts, drowned by the hum and the push of the pedals, the click of the gears. A soft woman with a loud laugh and a loud hand. Her quilts are loud for such a quiet woman. But I've seen quilts unravel, strength gone in tear, in washing, in heels and car doors, in dog nails and wall nails, in the pull of a rolling sleep, faded, shrunk, or yellowed. And the quilt is never tossed. It is repaired, or repurposed, or hung and framed. I prefer the quilts with wear. At least there is a story, payment for the passion it has seen. It shows it lived. You know me. You know my smell. You know my sound. My love, I don't know yours. Not yet. I've only seen your picture. I've told myself firmly that if I lose you again, I have to keep going. If I have you, I will keep going. Some afternoons, I'm less firm. Your life is in my body, not in my hands. I don't think I deserve this. To be a mother. Other women could be much better mothers. I will have stories to tell. A lot of them aren't kind. But I'm trying to write new ones. I love you with my heart, mind, and pen, and I don't even know your name. I don't need to know it to know why you are loved. I need you to know that some days I will be very quiet. You won't know where I went. I will be sad, my mind dark and fearful. Please know that I am trying. It's just sometimes my sadness won't let me hear you. I'm excited for those days when we will be loud and silly. I will get to dance with you. I will wear that blue dress, make awful mac and cheese, and I will come find you after counting to 10, maybe even 20. I will sing with you and for you. I will also cry. I will be angry that I am afraid of being a mom, wife, for not knowing what the next right thing is to do, of what I can't see coming. But I will love you. Sometimes I might scare you. You might feel alone as I try to put the puzzle of my mind back together, or just remember. But I will love you, even when I can't see you. I might break things, but I will be the first to rebuild. I hope my weight doesn't break you. I offer you all that I am because it is all I have. In all of the between, I will love you. I know this because I do know how to love. I've learned what it is. I've seen it. I've seen real love. Sometimes the purest kinds of love will come from those with whom you don't share a bed.
let yourself unravel. Let yourself fray and catch on twigs and brush, on nails and doorways. Leave behind the traces of your weft and weave to show you've been there. The quilt will never be done because you'll leave pieces behind. And we pick them up and try to trim them and piece them and lay them like sisters in a row, binding them to keep warm. And it goes on. Even if all we have is a piece, we will build shape and sound around it and under, quilting each layer to frame you in the sigh of finished edges. You were never the quilt. You were in the hands that built it. Love is my story quilt, on a porch swing, hiding your toes from the cold, finding pictures in the squares, giggling in the rain. Love is in the guest room, chickens roaming on the back porch and bacon and eggs in the morning. Love is touching hands, reminding her that she is not unclean. Love is cleaning up the mess she made, unafraid of the dirt getting under your nails. Love is pulling her up off the ground and cleaning up the spill. Love is wrapped in a small talk on a bed in a hospital room, whispering, "So, what's next?" Love is crying with her. Love asks, "What were you thinking?" after she has foolishly exhausted herself in the maze and has collapsed after beating her head against the wall. Love makes space for the return trip home and is never alone.
Never alone.
Never alone.
Never.
Not once alone.
And grace, a love that exhausts shame. That is a most excellent love. Love is on its feet and it keeps going. So we keep going, Mama, between here and there. And we sew.